LA icon right here, Food Community Podcast. Wizard of the Foods behind the board right there.
What up?
I'm Rich Homie Juan. And it's just us today.
Mm-hmm.
So,
First episode is just us.
just the two of us. You and I. So, what did we do this weekend? What happened at the Duno event? Did you have fun?
Yeah. That was the first time I met Duno.
Really?
Like really chopped it up with him. Yeah.
Because
I seen him at the Gusto Papas, but that was just like a hey, what's up, and that's it.
So yeah, we went to a Red Bull event sponsored by Duno. It was a Latin mixer of influencers, so just a lot of Latino influencers. Really dope for the culture. We met a lot of nice people, like the lady from LA Taco, or the young lady from LA Taco, rather.
From the streets to the set.
From the streets to the set. Those wonderful people, you know what I'm saying? I've known them. You just met them, but yeah.
Yeah, they help people in the inner cities get into movie roles and stuff like that. That's
super
tight.
dope. We bumped into the Yodis over there.
Yeah. We ran into
The homie from Ithaca.
oh, that's right.
Get you some underwear, Playboy.
Rosecrans Vic was there.
Vic was there?
Yeah, Vic was there.
When did he pull up?
Fashionably late.
Where was I? I might have said hi to him. I don't remember. Vic's cool though, so there's Vic.
We ran into that one girl who said, "Don't mention my name on your podcast."
Oh yeah, that nice young lady.
Nice, huh?
Shout out to her. Who else was there? DJ Lala was in attendance. Shout out to her. Shout out to my boy Leche on the airbrush.
Shout out to Lechero.
Shout out to Lecheto, that was also there. Cool homie.
That's cool.
Shout out to Brian, our favorite Asian food from Pro Club. You know what I'm saying? Who else was there?
I don't know. I think that's it. And then they had,
the homies from a Toast to Life.
Toast to Life. There you go.
Yep.
Them
I'll be on a
fools.
Toast to Life in a couple of weeks.
Damn. That's right.
Who else was there, fool?
Mm.
Is it rude if we don't remember anyone else? I mean, I stuck to myself and Negra from Indicted was there.
Yeah.
That's right. What else?
That's all I can remember. Food. The night was a blur. Keep it real.
So that was party one. Started a little early. We ate. Were the tacos good or were the tacos trash?
Sure, whatever.
Be honest, the tacos were trash.
Yeah. But I was hungry, so.
But were the Red Bull drinks fire?
They were cool.
Shout out to Red Bull with all the mixers. They had every flavor in Red Bull. Crazy. Caffeinated out the game.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And then after we went to Night of the Blaxican, where we witnessed like 10 different fights, including 2 rumbles.
Were those lit?
We went at it for like a cool, like...
Now, remember, folks, there was like 2,200 people there. So this was an isolated incident of less than 1% of people in these incidents. Night of the Black events are very safe, family friendly, and very fun. And you will be able to see me, Negra from Indicted, the top fool amongst other fine top fools in the balcony area watching the show.
Don't give the drop on me.
It was him. Let me describe what he looks like. So he's tall. But what else? So, did you see how'd you feel about the Mary Jane girls? Hey, their performance was kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's cool, fool.
Like they do the little old school thing, like where they all dance. And yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that shit's cool, fool. And they're still doing it too. They're like
the white lady was on, fool.
Yeah, she was going crazy. Oh yeah, she was on. On some.
Damn, you're a sick ass hater.
Oh, we seen Tut there.
Oh, young Tut was there. We were outside eating hot dogs. Pause, and
then another fight happened.
And then Tut popped out, and then we took pictures with people, and then it was cool.
How does it feel being famous, fool? They kept recognizing you.
It's been happening for years, Buckaroo. Just only recently in front of you.
Nah. I would say you haven't been as clouded as you have been as of lately.
Shout out to No Jumper.
Thank you.
It's the food community. Food with Respect. I'm the top fool. You're the wizard. What do you want? What are we supposed to do? Would you like to reveal your face?
Keep it real. Nah, fool.
Come on camera.
Nah, fool, because I be seeing how
You could take pictures with people too, G.
I know, fool, but that's the thing, though. You be getting recognized everywhere. I
You
still
think
want...
that's cool or what?
Nah, I don't, fool. I still want a sense of privacy. I still want to go to Walmart and the Northgate Market without recognizing me, fool.
Hey, okay, so
Still
look,
do the family thing when I'm outside.
Stater Brothers is a known thing. This is gonna sound like hella cocky or something, right? But point is, at the normal places, I get recognized, and that's cool. I expect that. We do good numbers. We put up almost 1 million views on the board in the last month and a half. That's no cap. That's facts. So there's that, right? But also, I got recognized at Costco. That's different. That hit different for me
How's it different, fool?
because it's Costco.
And
It's just different. I've never been recognized at Costco. I've been recognized at all the kids. Blah blah blah. Who cares? I'm just saying it hit different when it was at Costco. For real, for real. And then what's okay? Saturday was a good day too, because then we went to the Fuerza Regida Concerto in La BMO or BMO. Do they call it BMO or BMO?
BMO.
Whatever it's called.
It's cool.
Fool, you loved it. Don't cap.
No, I did.
So we got there, got our little cool tickets. Shout out to Jimmy the Masseuse.
Jimmy the Masseuse.
We highly appreciate you, Jimbo. You're the best.
That was cool.
So, okay, so we go in there. I'm like, can we go backstage with this ticket? They're like, yes. So we go in. These fools get their drinks, and then we go backstage. Cool. I walk into the Fuerza Regida dressing room, and I don't know a single person in there. I'm like, yo, what up? And everyone just looks like, oh, hey. So we introduced ourselves to everybody. And, yeah, Chinito Pacas was in the building, you know what I'm saying? Oh, besides that, obviously you guys saw the photo with me and Rich Homie Juan and Chinito Pacas, whatever. That's cool. We were in there. Homie from Mariscos Cuatro Vientos, East LA, legendary spot. Shout out to them. Find them on Olympic and Lorena, or you could find them in between the V&E and A Street projects at the taco truck, also very legendary, right next to Mariscos Jalisco. Shout out to them too.
Yeah, they got some fire.
So yes, honestly, look, I'm gonna say the truth right now, just to say it. I'm a big supporter of Mariscos Jalisco, and I had never ate Mariscos Cuatro Vientos, and Cuatro Vientos is better, fool.
Yeah, no, it's bomb, fool.
I will say though that the salsa that they put on the tacos,
That shit is spicy.
dorados,
fool.
the taco dorados is spicy. The spicy on the aguachiles is not as spicy as Mariscos Jalisco, but I liked it. And then El Perrona,
Yeah.
fire, super fire. This fool got We'll get to that story after. But anyways, the homies from Marisco Cuatro Vientos was in the building right there with us. He was catering the event backstage, so shout out to him. And yeah, Jimmy pulled up with Lalo and all kinds of other human beings. And I was like, hey, Jimmy, we're just going to chill with your ass. He was like, do whatever you want. It is
What it is.
So we chill with Jimmy. Hey, fool, I shoot like really from the hip. So we go outside to the VIP suite. We go into the VIP suite. We go wherever we go, whatever. And so we're right there. And Jimmy's like, hey, come here. Just so you know, this spot right here is for family and friends and this and that. I'm like, so what, you want me to get the fuck out? Just say it. He laughed. He was like, no, I'm saying tell your wife to have a seat if she wants. And if you guys want anything, just go into the suite, pick up the phone, and order it. I was like, for sure. Hey, so you almost got charged $1,400 for a bottle?
Oh yeah, fool, because I was thirsty. And I went back inside the suite. And all these fools drink all the liquor. And I'm like, fuck, fool, I need a sip.
Didn't I get you a cup? Oh, no, that probably wasn't enough.
Nah. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna need like at least like 3 palomas to get going. So I told the fool, the bar or the wherever the guy who serves us at the suites, I was like, hey, my boy, I'm gonna need 3 palomas. Put clase azul on it. He's like, all right, say less. Fool came back like an hour later, fool. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, damn, ran off with my card. Comes back with a whole bottle, fool. And I'm like, three palomas. And I'm like, fool, I wanted the clase azul in the paloma. He's like, oh, I thought you wanted the bottle and three palomas. And I was like, nah, fool. And then, so you still want it or not? And by that time, these fools already had hella bottles. I'm like, nah, it's good, my boy.
So did you tell him you wanted to get down in the restroom, like the security guard that we bumped into? Yeah, we bumped into the security guard that went viral for telling the fool, let's get down in the restroom. That shit was kind of crazy.
That shit was crazy.
That fool was super nice.
That fool was cool.
Before Jimmy got there, he gave us a sick-ass behind-the-scenes tour all the way everywheres, as seen in the vlog posted on YouTube. Watch that if you haven't. And then what, fool? So we bumped into all the homies. We were on stage. Shout out to Diana. Very nice lady. Hooked us up. Made sure we got on stage. That was dope. And then we were on stage, and you were on stage, and you watched the whole show from on stage.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Did you almost get burned by the fireworks?
No.
So
That shit was cool, fool. I was out there blazing it, fool, watching these fools perform.
10 feet away.
So no gap. That shit was tight, fool.
Gaming or some shit like that.
That fool made it seem like he was the manager and shit.
Yeah, I was right there with Chris watching this fool smoke blunt. Shout out to Chris from Rancho. Shout out to Jimmy as well, because that fool was already shouted out that fool. But he was on stage with us as well. We were going up. Shout out to JD, Herencia de Patrones. That fool showed mad love. But anyways, then today, what did we do on Sunday? You went to a family thing.
Oh yeah, I did the family thing on Sunday.
I went to a barbecue at a mansion. I went swimming with my family. The dolphins were water fountains and all kinds of crazy shit. So,
That shit was cool.
shout out to my homie from Mob G. You know what I'm saying? But well, what did we do today?
Oh, we linked up with Blasi.
Oh, yo, but before we continue, for all the people that think I got fired from No Jumper, I was on air today at No Jumper.
How do you feel about the people who are like, hey, Icon, just quit No Jumper and go full time on Food Community?
Well, what they don't know is I am full-time on Full Community. I cannot get more full-time than what I am right now, would you say?
Huh.
What else could I do? You weren't even awake when I was at No Jumper. I could have you and all kinds of crazy shit and you still wouldn't have even seen it.
That's because you have to do in the morning, fool.
Fool.
Because you got to be there at No Jumper.
That's amazing, right? Is it not?
Yeah, I guess.
Big bad No Jumper, big dong, but you know. You know what time it is over here though. So we went to No Jumper. I called this fool like, how many times I call you?
I don't know. I forgot.
I called this fool a solid 8 times, no response. I pull up to Blasi's. Blase. So I went up to Blasi's. We were chilling. He gave shit was cool. I was gonna do a whole ass vlog, but I didn't take the camera, and I was like, he deserves better than the cell phone, right? So he gave me a gang of merch. So shout out to him. Highly appreciate you, Blasi.
That's tight.
No cap. And then Blasi, I told him let's go to the warehouse, and I was like, you know what? I gotta go pick up my homie though. So I called this fool. He decided to wake up finally. I came and picked him up. We went back to the warehouse. And since it is the top fool's birthday, somewhere around this week, I mean, you fools don't really know what day I posted this, but if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. His birthday is whenever his birthday is in this close proximity. So I took this fool.
All of Food Community staff's birthdays in July.
No cap. So I took this fool to Sam's.
I always wanted to go, fool.
You want to know what? It's way crazier at night, but it's also way more packed. So we enjoyed lunch on Icon at Sam's. This fool had the chicken sliders, which were fire. I, of course, had the pepperoni pizza. Blasi had the chicken strips. These fools had some margaritas. I, of course, had a paloma. Hold the tequila.
Just a squirt, then.
And Blasey and me got some old man a dance.
That was very honorable of you.
I made
He looked like a hardworking paisa who's there after a long day of work.
just trying to hang
Angels
out.
blessed him.
Had to do what we had to do. So shout out to that man. He was very happy when he came back. He was very happy when he left to go get the dance. If you guys saw my story, the same girl that I made dance on Juanito is the girl that we sent on that little mission to go dance on the older paisa.
That's right.
Tell me why the fools that were sitting behind us were like, "Hey, what about us?" I was like, "Hey, get your ass up. You're sitting right there with them little whores. Make them do something with the free." Before we start, I just want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Emperor's Choice. They got the fire gear. And they got the fire.
Facts.
If you're in Vegas, tap in. Soon to hit all dispensaries in Los Angeles. And of course, shout out to Royal Honey.
Of course.
If you're feeling low, if your little guy won't pop out for you, spaz out on a honey pack. Tap in.
Puts in work too. After you finish nutting, that should still be up. No cap.
RoyaltyHoneyUSA.com. Use your fucking promo code FOO to get 20% off.
Use FOO at checkout. We get a little fatty off of that too, so support the causa.
What's good though? Talk. What you want? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the rap game, fool. I want to know who you feel like is the best Latino rapper in 2023. And when I say Latino rapper, I'm not talking about Santa Fe Clan and Anuel and shit. I'm talking about Latinos in the United States.
You mean fools that rap in English?
Yes.
Say that.
Feel me? In 2023 too. Don't bring up no old fools are gonna be like, oh, what about Kid Frost and Woody and SPM? No, fool. I'm talking about right now, 2023.
We don't talk about the third guy.
Anyways, you get it. Who you feel like is the one right now in 2023? 2023, fool.
What are we talking about right now? Are we talking about whole package?
Everything.
Are we talking about just bars?
No, fool. Everything. Bars. Who makes the best songs? Who's really out here doing it? Success.
Who do you think?
In 2023?
Uh-huh.
Without a question, that Mexican OT. And the numbers are behind me to support that.
Who else is in contention for this?
I'll put D-Baby up there.
And who else?
I'll go ahead and put my top 5, 2023, not in order. I'll put OT, D-Baby, OGZ, Peso, and hate it or love it, whether you listen to her music or not, she got the fan base and numbers behind her to support her. Let's know the product.
Is that facts?
That's facts. She probably got the biggest fan base out of all.
Out of everybody?
Out of everybody. But in 2023, to me, she's not number one because she hasn't really been putting out no music like that. To me, the one who's been making the most noise is OT.
So what I think is OGZ's definitely in contention. Facts.
He's top 5.
That Mexican OT is he might be the best rapper for sure. He might be the best lyricist out of all of them.
I'll agree on that one.
Well, clearly. I'm sorry to tell you, fool, but I think King Little G still has more numbers than everybody.
Are you only saying that because he's from the blue team and you want to feel represented? Or
No.
You genuinely believe that?
No, I've said this in other places.
Elaborate.
I don't care if that fool ever comes on this podcast or if he ever slaps my hand again. The facts are the facts, fool.
That's cap.
He has more views than anybody.
Over Snow, OTD Baby, Peso, and OGZ?
Yeah.
When was his last hit? I already know the answer. I just want to know when.
I don't even listen to his music like that.
But when was the last time he had a hit?
I mean, didn't they just drop Gangster Function?
That was a hit to you? Or was that a Cali hit? Were people beyond Texas listening to that?
I think everyone's listening to it according to Jimmy Humilde.
So people in the East Coast are listening to Gangster Function, respectfully.
People in the East Coast are listening to that Mexican OT?
Of course. His last song, Johnny Dang, hit top 10 trending on YouTube.
Johnny Dang, that was a badass jam.
Yup. When was the last time any other Latino rapper hit top 10 trending in music? All genres.
I'm not even sure, to be quite honest, because I don't keep up with that stupid stat.
I do, because it's my job. I got to keep up with this shit.
Tell me, when was the last time?
Who?
that anybody did that.
Probably Snow when she dropped her freestyle, her live performance freestyle. I forgot who it was, but it was like a blue background. It was an open mic, and that was like a cool year.
I really wish I had my laptop in front of me. These phones. So then what? What's the view difference between King Little G and that Mexican OT?
If we're talking about in the past year, 2023, I mean, uh, his last song with Drummer is at what 700K YouTube views. It came out about what 4 or 5 days ago. Mexican OT's last music video, Johnny Dang, is almost 10 M's, and it was released about 2 weeks ago and a half.
Would you
And when you look at the Spotify numbers,
unbiasedly say though Johnny Dang is a very particular song and a very like isolated incident? I'm not saying that Mexican OT doesn't get down. I've already said he is the best Mexican rapper on my old shit. That's a fact. But the reigning supreme person is King Little G, fool.
that's cap. Keep up with the times, my boy. This is
Add up the views then.
Adam. Oh, this is 2023 and not 2016.
Add up the views.
Or should I say 2018?
Open your fucking little phone. We both have more than one phone. Open it up. Type in this year. And tell me what the views look like.
Up though, I want to know when was Little G's last hit prior to him doing that collab with Drummer.
I don't keep up with his music like that.
So I wasn't important enough to remember.
I don't remember what my own homies did last week. I don't care about what we're doing. What the
Nah, this will be hitting numbers, fool. This will 2.6, 3.1, 10 M's, 8.8 M's, 6.4 M's, 13 M's.
He's only had one release this entire year.
Who? Oh, Lil G?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying in 2023.
So then with
New
that
shit
being said, I'll give that Mexican OT rookie of the year.
I'll give him MVP of the year.
I'll give him MVP of the year. That's fine, but you can't call him Michael Jordan off of the last year.
Well, if we're basing it off the past year up until now,
let me say
this. What is this being based off of?
How about this? That Mexican OT could rap better than King Little G. Let's start there. Can he make a better song than him is questionable. Now, I'm sure what you're going to say is D Baby might be able to make a better song, right?
Yeah, I feel like out of all of them, D Baby makes the better music. But if we're talking about bars, OT.
Nah, fool. He still has a long ways to go to surpass King Little G, unfortunately. Or Snow the Product, for that matter.
That's fine. So you're saying Little G over OT in 2023?
Probably not, no. But that doesn't mean that Mexican OT is the king of Latin rap. He's just having this moment right now. This fool hasn't dropped all year. That Mexican OT is filling the void and dropping. So, I mean, good for him.
No, but we're talking about this year, though. Don't bring up no old shit. Because I know fools are going to come in here and be like, oh, what about so-and-so and his past accolades? That's fine.
Who's so-and-so?
Like the legends. Feel me? Like a Kid Frost.
That's
like,
too far away.
That's what I'm saying.
That's too far away. King Little G is the most recent reigning dude. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he ain't even top 5.
He hasn't dropped in the last year except for one release, fool. So I mean, there's that. So if your only argument is for 2023, then that Mexican OT is pushing lines right now for sure.
So who's your top 5 then? Let's hear it. Not in order. Just throw them out there. 2023.
Money Sign, Suede, Peso.
Oh, if we're putting Money Sign up there, then I'm gonna throw him up there too. I just didn't put him up there
because you're only fucking what?
He ain't here with us no more.
I mean, that doesn't mean that his music isn't still slapping.
Oh yeah,
in 2023.
If that's the case, then I'm putting him up there too.
If we're just talking about the year 2023, like how could almost anyone compete with Peso and Money Sign, Suede? If that's the case, who else?
I mean,
and those fools are in jail. So imagine if they were free. Nasty. Now again, OT still raps better than them.
You feel like Peso and Suede had more pull?
Well, obviously now that Suede isn't with us anymore, he's turned into a larger than life he's turned larger in death than what he was in life, unfortunately.
Mm.
And that's facts.
That's what it is with a lot of rappers.
That's true. But what about Peso? Motherfucker, Peso gets home, that shit's gonna be different. He's gonna do his dirt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So how do you stack them up against each other number wise? Is that Mexican OT gonna do bigger numbers than Peso when he comes home?
Could pay so full, but
That's not what I asked.
no, he's not.
Who's not gonna do the same numbers?
Same numbers. I mean, Peso will hit those numbers, but I don't feel like he'd overlap OT.
Why? Why?
Because I just feel like he makes better songs and he raps better.
Yeah,
that fool's a rapper's rapper, meaning he can spit, he has bars. But a lot of times the problem with rappers is they can't make good songs. They're just hella lyrical, but their songs are trash. But this who's hella lyrical, and he can still make good songs.
You want to know what's funny that you said that Snow the Product was on that list, and maybe I don't listen. I'm not tapped into her stuff quite a bit, but she has more subscribers than everybody.
But in the past year, what has she released? She's been kind of quiet, just like Lil G.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. She got the one with Santa Fe Clan, which is pretty fire. That she even has that.
Well, there's that.
But outside of that, nah. Her numbers are still valid though, fool.
No, yeah, her numbers are there.
6, 8, 5.
I got her in top 5, even though I don't really listen to her music.
I would say her and I think she might be she might be better than that Mexican OT, huh? Rapping wise?
Bars?
Is she the best rapper? Is she actually the best rapper now that I think about it?
Define best rapper.
Is she the best lyricist out of everyone out of everyone? Is she actually? Because she could rap in Spanish the way she raps in English, correct?
Yep. That's right.
Like literally she could rap in Spanish as well as she raps in English?
Yep.
My only thing as far as that goes then is like, what kind of songs is she making? Is she making any deep songs, or are they mostly just bars with moments of deepness?
She dibbles and dabbles in between both.
And I mean no disrespect when I say this, Know the Product. I just don't listen to your music like that. But point is she might actually, now that I think about it, she might be from what I have heard, I recognize a barsmith, someone with a vicious pen. And she might be the best. she might have the most fierest pen out of everybody.
I could see that.
So what? Is she better than that Mexican OT, period? Yes or no?
No.
How? Why?
Because we're basing this off the past year up until now. One, she hasn't dropped enough music. She only did that shit with Santa Fe Clan and a couple singles.
Last year, she put up over, I don't want to exaggerate, but maybe close to 100 million views on YouTube alone. That could be, maybe we'll call it 50. We'll call it a fair 50.
So what are you trying to get at here? Are you trying to say Snow's the GOAT in this realm?
I need to listen to her music because I don't know how deep she gets.
So are you switching your answer? Because you said Little G.
Well, because now I'm really thinking about this. And everything I always talk about is just about this city. Because, I mean, that's all I really care about, to be honest. But if we're going to have this type of conversation, I think I'm going to have to probably say Snow the Product might be the best fucking rapper that there is in the Latin industry.
In history, I could see it. I might agree with that. If we're talking about the history of it, I mean, well, I know you don't like that fool, but I mean, 6ix9ine did numbers, and there's that.
6ix9ine represents black culture more than he does Latin culture.
But he's a Latino, though.
But that's like saying is Cypress Hill Latin rap. No, people say no because he's a blood or something.
You mean Chicano rap?
Same shit.
Nah, but at the end of the day, he's Latino, though. We're talking about rappers who are Latino. We're not talking about Chicano rap, the genre. We're not talking about the genre. We're just talking about rappers who are Latino.
So then who's the best?
All time?
Uh-huh. It's not Kid Frost. It's not Little
Nope.
Rob.
Nope.
Although Little Rob probably has had the biggest commercial hits.
What about Capone?
Capone doesn't have bigger hits than he does.
Mm.
Summer days, just sitting around watching the sun go down.
Hey, I know you don't like talking about that, fool, but he did the numbers, fool. What about your favorite Texas rapper, SPM?
Who's that?
All right, can I ask you a question right now?
Are you going to ask me if he didn't bone that little kid, if he'd be the best?
Yep.
You mean them kids, I mean?
Yeah, if he didn't have those charges, would you put him up there in the not Mount?
When you
Rushmore,
say
but
those
number one?
charges, do you mean those crimes he
Everything.
committed, or do you mean allegations that he got convicted for?
Everything.
Because there's a difference. I just want to know where you're at with it. Do you believe that he did what he did?
I believe it.
Oh, perfect. And then we can stop there. No, I never listened to his music. I don't.
So
the
who you
only
putting
song
up
I've
there?
ever heard of is Wiggy 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 Wiggy.
So who you putting up there then, all time?
I was gonna say some cornball shit and say myself. Like I'm saying, Little Rob has the biggest hits.
Over Snow.
Little Rob has the biggest hits. Little Rob has the biggest hits.
Hey, respectfully, my boy only had like 2 hits though: Neighborhood Music and Summer Nights.
Those are the biggest songs from a Latin American person from the Southwest ever. Or no?
I could see it.
I'm not saying. Let's be real. Snow the Product will wrap circles around my boy. So will that Mexican OT, etc., etc. And as a rapper that actually cares about fools and how they rap, like, I'm not even that big of a Little Rob fan, although I respect him. He's cool as shit and all that. But I like fools that rap. So that's how come I gave it up to that Mexican OT. And that's how come I came to the realization just moments ago that Snow the Product might be the best. But right now, fool, like, people take breaks. Is that safe to say? People take breaks?
Yeah.
Like, there's days you don't even post. That doesn't mean you're not the best page, right?
There's that.
So just because that Mexican OT is on fire right now, having a nice little run, doesn't mean that this 8 months that he's had this run takes away from... We don't even got to go back past last year. Last year, King Little G had a little bit of action, but from what I just looked at on my phone, Snow the Product had a hell of a year last year. A lot of M's.
What about Yeet though? Would you consider Yeet in this realm
No.
or in this space?
So that's the thing. When I say what I said earlier, like, and it's not even that he's trying to be black.
Why is it that? Because he's not repping it. He's not repping.
I want to say that it's crossed over differently. It's not represented the same way.
Well, isn't that the goal for any Latino rapper to cross over to mainstream?
Absolutely, but the way he's going about it, he doesn't represent the Mexican culture whatsoever.
Why? Because he doesn't wave the flag around at his concert?
Just because what does he do for the culture period? Why don't you post him?
I posted him.
When, big dog? And why?
So what does a rapper got to do to get...
I love it when I be having right here just stumped.
Nah, I posted him before and just not lately.
Why?
Why not?
Why did you post him?
Because he's of Latin descent.
But what did he do to cause you to post him? He didn't just fucking wake up and take a selfie and he posted his bedhead.
No, because he transcended into mainstream music and he has the youth outside of Raza listening to him.
Facts.
Which is major.
That's major. So do you consider Yeet part of this conversation? Because if that's the case, then he wins.
Over Snow.
Over everyone. He has the biggest... Isn't he like the biggest freaking dude right now? Let me rephrase that. Isn't Yeet like one of the biggest
Yeah, he's one of them ones.
Latin artists right now? Like the biggest numbers out of everybody?
Not over 6ix9ine.
We can't count him.
Well, if you're counting Yeet.
Well, we can't count him though.
Why? Because he's a rat?
Yes.
Now you're bringing the politics over to music. We're just talking about music.
Would you say that... You want to know what? Unpopular opinion: 6ix9ine would be the largest grossing Latin artist, if I'm not mistaken, pre-rap. Right or not?
I mean, hate it or love it. I mean, the numbers are there to support what you just said.
I think I'm gonna have to take that part out. Gee, that's just
Nah,
crazy.
keep it, fool. It's the truth.
That's just crazy.
Say how you really feel.
I don't feel like anything. I feel like the best rapper alive is Chunks from San Diego. That's how I really feel. That's facts. But he has no numbers to support that claim, so there's that.
You know who else said it the best rapper? One point in time?
What?
Tres.
Are you serious?
He made a post one time
And said what?
that he could rap circles about any Latino rapper, that he's one of the best.
I don't think that's true. Respectfully, I know Tres. I shot both of his videos.
You shot the infamous Mama Slide,
I shot that one and the other one
which
before.
was his biggest hit. Or should I say only hit, respectfully?
I think he went 2 for 2.
What was the second one?
I don't know. It was the one before it. I don't know what the one Choppa Dance.
Oh, that one was okay.
But what I'm saying though is I don't think he's better than a lot of people.
Oh.
He's better than the average. But to say you're elite takes some elite type shit to crack off, you know what I'm saying? Or no?
No, I feel it.
Do you want him to come on the show and that's why you brought him up?
Nah. You can come on, though. He's more than welcome.
You should have never said that, stupid. Because now I'm going to be obligated to let him.
It's the truth, though.
So you think he's the best?
No, oh, no, I don't. I'm talking about him having only that one hit.
So do you think that puts him in the category of being the best?
No.
So why even say it?
Because he said it, and I just want to know how you feel about it.
It's not true. No. Do you think he could compete with Snow and that Mexican OT?
No.
Well, there's that.
You didn't give me your top 5.
I don't have one because I don't know. So Peso, Suede. This is no order. Peso, Suede, King. You cannot keep him out of the list, fool. You just cannot.
That feels like top 8, maybe.
Maybe because he just wasn't active for the last year, but when he's on, he's on. And he's back with Drummer. That's going to be nasty. Or no?
Yeah, it should be good.
That's like Dre and Snoop. Re-fucking connecting. I don't know.
They were talking about the past year. Weirdo had a better year
Then who?
than Drummer and Little G.
How?
He came out with better songs.
What about the numbers?
What numbers are you comparing it to? Lil G only came out with that disrespectful freestyle. And why'd it go up? Because he was dissing everybody prior to him dropping it. What else did he drop? Him and the Drummer collab? That was fire. Shout out to Drummer. What else?
What else? Yeah, he's just had it's just one of them years. He's still in the top 10, though. Like I said, these fools are just like the rookies popping off. Snow's not a rookie, but like that Mexican OT is having a great year. That's like double XL freshman. You can't deny the freshman cover. But who's the center fold? You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I have no favoritism or biasness in this opinion. It's not like I'm going to go out with them right now. And to be honest, we're probably going to have that Mexican OT here just very shortly.
No cap.
So just to prove the point that I don't really give a shit who's pulling up to this podcast, like, yo, the homie's coming. And my point is yeah, I've said somewhere else that he's the best right now, but is he the best in the last 5 years? Negative. Is he the best? But that's yet to be seen, though, what the future holds for this young man. You know what I'm saying? But he also is going to get grilled over certain things.
I like.
We'll see soon.
Well, there you have it.
But we have to consider one thing. He's from a place that's not like this.
What do you mean by that?
He's not from Los Angeles.
What is that? What are you implying?
There's very unique circumstances while living in Los Angeles that people have to deal with that concern race segregation.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, he says the N-word in his raps, don't he?
Yep.
to a lot of people that would disqualify him from being in contention for anything Chicano rapper based.
But we're not talking about Chicano rap, the genre.
No, I realize that, but I'm just saying I'm so used to dabbling in that's what I would tell you. Like, he's on some other shit. He's on some hip hop shit.
Nah, that'd be very ignorant for people to disqualify him just because he says the N word.
Well, he's on some hip hop shit at that point, right? That's what we would say.
And it's mainly Raza who's just tripping on him saying the N word.
There's some older black men that may not appreciate that shit, but I mean, there's none around him clearly, so there's that.
Yeah, but for the most part, especially Southern California Raza has a big problem with that.
Do you?
I don't go.
Why?
Because I appreciate good music.
But wouldn't you say that word is a stupid crutch?
No, some people might argue that.
I say it's a crutch. It's like cussing in your raps. Technically, that word is a cuss word. It'd have to get beeped out. So it's like a crutch. It's a filler. It's a filler word.
There you go.
Take it from somebody who raps. It's a filler word. Because you could replace it with homie. You could replace it with fool. You could replace it with...
So you're disqualifying him because he says that word?
Absolutely not.
All right. We agree.
He's the best right now. Pumping out the most volume at this instance, particularly.
I'll take it.
This one.